Hey guys, welcome back to the Mixed Cutie Pie channel. I'm Sky, the creator, crafter, and owner of Cutie Pie Crafts LLC. Welcome back. This is another weekly check-in here. It is unfortunately checking in on the Wednesday, and it's Wednesday night. So you'll have to excuse the kind of terrible lighting. I've got my ring light behind the camera, but it's what we're working with. I work a 9-to-5 job. Sometimes it's even a 10 to 6. So finding time in the morning can sometimes be hard. I'm still working on some of my New Year's goals of getting up and moving my body, getting outside, some fresh air. So sometimes getting in my morning vlog has been a little bit difficult, but we're gonna still do it. I actually took notes too, so if I look off to the side, it's because I wrote down my notes of what I wanted to talk about this week. You'll also kind of get some video in between, maybe kind of voicing over. We'll see where my editing skills are this week. But first off, I wanted to talk about this Muffy corn pattern, this Muffy corn book right here. Oh my goodness. I did not think that I was going to love these gnomes, and if I say trolls, that is totally my bad. I don't know why I keep calling them trolls, but I love these gnomes. I made one about last week. We just had the base, right? And I gave him his cute little nose, but I decided that I would go full through all the way, especially because Easter's coming up. I kind of wanted just to test the pattern, see if I liked it. And it's so cute. Obviously, I still have to sew everything down, but he has his little ears. And then they, in the pattern, there's like big and small flowers, which are pretty, I would say, like quintessential basic flowers. I know I've made them before. They're really, really similar to the, what is it called? Forget-me-not pattern that I pulled off of, God, probably Pinterest. A while ago when I started making my forget-me-nots. But then you have all these flowers, and then you put your bunny ears on. He's got bunny ears and flowers. I think it is a perfect Eastern pattern. They also make an egg. You might notice too, if you like make these at home, or maybe if Muffy Corn is watching, I tweaked the size a little bit so they're not as big and tall, and the Easter egg is a couple of rounds shorter too. I just kind of liked the size comparison better. Also kind of tweaked the egg a little bit and looked at an online one just to kind of get the shape exactly that I wanted, but pretty much their pattern as is. But I thought like these were super cute, not only too if I was to go farmers markets just making a whole bunch of colored eggs, or they have where you put the dots on the eggs. I don't think I'm going to do that because that's just too much sewing on for me. Might try to do that thing where like you you slip crochet around, slip stitch all the way around. I think that would be like more up my alley than doing the dots. But here's to say, I love this pattern. This book is super easy to follow. I am not sponsored by them, but I have decided I have this book from the library for a couple more days. I'm going to test out maybe 1 to 2 more patterns and then decide if I want to just buy the little Easter egg pattern. I was looking on the Etsy, they have just that pattern, or you can get the whole set for $20, which honestly I probably will do. Yeah, I think it's $18 for this book. I just looked on the back. It's like $20 for all of the patterns. And the book, I didn't like pay attention at first. I'm still like learning. But it says like it's not to be used for mass productions or markets or anything on the book, I'm pretty sure. But through the patterns, if you buy the pattern on her Etsy, it does say like, or their Etsy, I'm not really sure who it is, but like you can use it for craft fairs and markets and stuff as long as you give them credit, which credit is due. This pattern is so stinking cute. I think I'm gonna try the witch one, and one of the flowers or the fruit patterns. I think you can see it kind of on the back. One of the flowers or these fruit patterns before I make my final decision, because I think that's kind of what I'm most excited about in this book, and if I wanted to buy them, I might as well just buy them all. So So that's that. I literally wrote on my thing, Muffy corn pattern, total cop for real. So that's how I feel about these. Anyways, moving on. So just to jump back in here, so it's kind of cool. I don't know if this is just like a small YouTube channel feeling or small business feeling, but I've been, you know, watching all the crochet girlies in the space, and I was watching Allie Crochet, which she was one of the first people who made me think, okay, maybe I will do like loaf cats and stuff, because she's, excuse me, she's got her peanut gallery always behind her, and I think that's such a funny idea. But I was watching her recently, and I don't know if it was just because she got sponsored by a different like Creativity or Creatify or something, one of those brands, but she had made a crochet pattern plant, and I was like, oh my goodness. It's always so good to me, I feel, as a small creator, to see like the big creators doing stuff that you were thinking about, or doing stuff that you've been doing, because it feels like I'm on the right path, if that makes sense. Like, oh, they see what I'm seeing. So I was really excited to see her doing crochet plants, crochet flowers, and things like that. I'm really excited to get into the space as well. Thing that I kind of noticed too, I don't remember what her name was, but she's blonde and she does a lot of crochet, amigurumi people, and she was talking about like trends and stuff for the 2025. If I can remember it, I will wave my hands so I know. Editor Sky, put it here. But she was kind of talking about trends earlier this month, or earlier January, talking about like, oh, more house decor, and that people are getting kind of burnt out of plushies. It's been in the space for a really long time. I'm new to the space, so I don't really know all of the how long plushies have been a big deal and things like that, but I do agree, or at least people like me, I started crocheting because I wanted to make house decor. I wanted to make those plants, right? I have cats who eat plastic. Anything, like if I have fake plants on the table, this chunky boy right here, who I won't pick up because he doesn't really love being picked up, but you can see his little tail, he will eat it, and I don't feel comfortable bringing houseplants into the house because not all houseplants are safe for cats, and I don't want to introduce that into their diet because they're pretty healthy cats. So that's why I kind of got into crocheting, and then I've started to grow my inventory based off of the other things that take my interest, like bouquets. I think it would be really cool in the future to crochet my wedding bouquet. Me and my fiance will be planning a wedding one day, so like that's really cool to me. I've always been making my flower moons for a really long time. It was kind of just a creative project I was doing, and now I have so many of them that they need to get out of my house. So it's like I think that there's a lot of people who are catching up to like, oh, there is another market that isn't clothing, because I'm not the best or don't really feel comfortable making clothing, at least yet, and I am not someone who just wants to make stuffed animals all the time. There are people who will, and trust me, they're amazing, like Crochet by Jenna and Made by Amanda Mal. They have such the cutest little plushie items, but I just like things that I can put in my house and I can leave it, and it doesn't need to be more than that. So that spiel done. I'm back in here to talk about the other thing I've been making. If you see this in shorts, shh, don't tell them. I'm gonna tell you guys. But I got this, hold on. I got this brown yarn from something, probably Christmas. Looks like one that I probably would have gotten around Christmas. It's Red Heart Cafe Latte. And I don't know, I guess I just got bored and decided that I was going to start another one. I was going to have another work in progress. Not only not sewing on the bunny ears and not finishing the bouquets that I'm going to show you in a second, and still not doing the moon and the ribbons that I started last week. This channel is probably just going to be whips galore all the time because, not even going to say undiagnosed ADHD. I'm just gonna say I really like starting projects, and it takes me a little bit, probably about 2 to 3 weeks, for me to finish projects. So something you guys have to look forward to, or to pester me about in the comments, I guess. But I had that cafe latte, and I was like, okay, what am I gonna do with this? Because it's a little too light. Like, if you've seen in past videos, I really like a dark, warm colored dirt ball for my plants. So I usually really like that warm, dark brown color. There's a yarn that I just got from Joann's. It's called chocolate brown or something like that. It's the same thing where it's like a really warm, dark, rich color brown. So I was like, what am I gonna do with this color? Because it's not that, it's not rich, it's not very brown. So I was kind of scrolling the webs, and I decided that the best thing that would make a lot of sense with, you know, my kind of like decor items would, he's knocking over the camera, so sorry, would be to make those little animals on a swing. I was like, they're super cute. Oh my goodness, Shadow, please stop. Animals on a swing. So I made a whole bunch of swings, and honestly, they work up so fast. This pattern is by, he's knocking over everything. Oh, I'm not gonna get this right. Kuka Crochet by Purdy. Kuka Crochet by Purdy. I hope I got that right. Trying to get better about writing down the names of the crochet patterns and stuff like too, but it's here on YouTube. Okay. I hope I got that right. It's a crochet pattern that's here on YouTube. It's like animals. It has a couple of different animals on it, but I've just so far gotten to the frogs. There's a different creator who's done bunnies and chicks, and I liked Kuka's swings and frogs, but the other creators, bunnies and chicks. So once my eyes come in, okay, let me tell you about these eyes. I ordered 5mm and 6mm eyes from Amazon from some, like, I don't know, it was $2 for like a whole bunch, and I was like, I'm gonna move my cat. But I ordered these eyes from Amazon, which feels like forever ago, because I actually forgot about them. Not like, haha, I totally forgot those were, no, I actually forgot that I ordered these, and I was making these frogs, and it doesn't call for 5mm eyes. I don't remember what it calls for, but I was going to use like 5, maybe 6mm eyes, and I went to my stash, and I have 2. Like, not 2 pairs, like 2 eyes left. So I don't know how that happened, but how it happened is I ordered them thinking Amazon's super quick, it'll come in tomorrow, and I am just getting them today. It's 10, no, it's not 10 o'clock. It's not that late. Let's see. It's 8 o'clock and they still have not came in. So, don't know about that one. But anyways, once they're in, I made a whole bunch of swings. I think I made 25 if I didn't make 30, but that's all here. I guess I could count 1, 2, 3. 20. I thought I made 30. Oh, the problems of when you make so many things that you just lose count. No, that 20 was probably right. I probably made 4 sets of 5s, and I'm just telling myself that I made 30 to make myself feel better because I worked so hard on these. But they're super cute. I'm not really decided on if I want to use the good or the bad side. I don't really feel like there is a good or a bad side. So there's that side and that side, and I feel like both kind of work for like a little froggy on a little, you know, like a little wicker string. So I made 20 of those, and I made 5 little frog balls. Oh, that sounds wrong. I made 5 little frog bodies that don't have anything on them yet. But aren't they so cute already? I mean, it's cute just as like a little ball, man. That's so adorable. And then I followed the pattern to make the eyes. Like I said, you're supposed to put a little stuffing and the 5mm, 6mm eyes in. Let's see if I can get it to balance. If I get it to balance, you better like and subscribe. Oh boy, look at that. It's kind of derpy, but pretty much you get the gist. And then it has little arms to hold on to the swing. Oh, just the cutest little touch. So when the eyes come in, I can finish these 5. I've got like so many whips baskets now, guys. This is so bad. So this is like my current one with all of the frog body parts on it and all of the swings in it. was really, really, really fast workout. Honestly, like, actually was really fun to do. I haven't had, like, I like crocheting, and sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, this is really exciting. Like, I did this in like 2 days because I just couldn't put it down. I just wanted to finish it. It was so much, it was like fun, but it was like, as I was seeing it come together, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to finish this so I can see the finished project. These were just like, I'm sitting down and I can do these and I don't even have to think about it. It's so easy. We'll see how I feel after I have to sew all those things in. But then I was like, okay, well, I like the frog things, but I'm all about plants. So I definitely should be doing some hanging plants. And I tried to make a pattern when I first started crocheting. Let me grab that. I tried to make a pattern. I really mean, like, I knew 2 stitches, a single crochet, and maybe this is a double crochet. And I knew how to do a circle. I think this is a magic circle, honestly. But I can even see that, like, I was missing stitches or something, but like, I made this little guy as my first ever tester. I will try to get it in the light if you can see. It's so bright. Let's see, here we go. You can see, like, I don't even know how you get that kind of circle pattern on the bottom, but I'm pretty sure it's because I was probably only crocheting in like the back loop only, like that's probably it. And then I kind of did my Monstera plant, but I cut the yarn in half and then crocheted with like the 2 little thin pieces of yarn, which isn't terrible. I mean, it is still cute, super cute. I kept it because I thought like it was a good try. One of those things where you like see where you came from. But I did decide that I really do like the color of this cafe latte, and that I could make it into some baskets. So this was like my first basket. Don't know who the pattern is. It's probably one on YouTube, but I know I altered it because they fasten off after they make the basket, and then it looks like on YouTube, it looks like a woven basket. I tried that. I might make a couple that look like that, the woven, but I just went for like a very basic double crochet all around. The woven is kind of cute. It kind of is too busy for me sometimes. I feel like it's for someone, right? Somebody out there would like it. If I made a couple, I bet maybe somebody would buy it. But for me, I just like the basic basket, so I just made basic basket. And they fasten off when the basket's done and attach the strings, whereas when I got to my last slip stitch, I changed 70, the same amount I changed for the swing. I chained 70 and then I slipped it onto here, and then I must have slipped around and then chained 35, 36, and it connected it at the top and woven my strings. If that makes any sense to anybody who is actually a crocheter, that's what I did. I just made it work. I think the basket's pretty cute. It's probably a little bit big. This is probably like between this one and this one. I think I would probably want something that's half the size of this one, half of this size, and then bigger than this. Yeah, I think that's really it for that. But I made one just to kind of test out the pattern and see if I liked it. I'm wishy-washy about it. I feel a lot more excited to make the swings, so that's probably what I'll invest my time in. Pretty much last here on the ongoing series of works in progresses that we have here this week. I am finally kind of getting around to putting bouquets together. So this one, you can see I have the sunflower, I have some roses, I have carnations, some mini roses going on. I made a couple of really long leaves that I will probably add in here. And then I have one more leaf that I'm working on. It's kind of got all the like ruffles and spongy little bits. I figured that would be cute. I'm kind of thinking maybe I need one more, but I'm hoping I can get away with just using one. Just for some texture, just change the colors a little bit, because I made all the plants in kind of the same kind of green except the sunflower, but I don't think it pops through or anything too much. So working on putting these guys together in a bundle. The pattern I'm working on, again, this little leaf, we'll see if I can say it. I've been watching what's it called? Lingzhi Handmade, Lingzhi Handmade. She's got a tutorial, I'm not sure, but they've got a tutorial on this one with like all the curly fronds. I thought that would be pretty. I have to kind of think about how I want to wrap these. I'm starting to realize some errors in my ways. I think in the future I would look to get a stronger wire. This works for what I need it to. If you want to put this in a vase or anything like that, it definitely will stay in the vase. But just like standing up on its own, it's not the best. And I was originally gonna do these as like little bouquets, but I'm like, if they're on paper together and maybe I like wrap the wires together so the base is really sturdy, it should work. But you know, you live, you learn. Small business things are going to change. Things are going to get better, and I think that the flowers are one thing after this first round of flowers. Once they are all gone, you know, I've learned some new tricks and tips that will make these even better in the future. But other than that, I haven't really crocheted. I mean, I keep saying that, like, I really haven't crocheted much, but I have. I've done a lot in the last week, and it's not even been a full week. So, doing great. I'll try to get in at least one more check-in, maybe Friday morning. Try to get it out by Wednesday, get it out by Friday afternoon. If I don't, this will be the last check-in for the week, and I'll just try to put in little pops of videos of what I'm doing, or maybe some close-ups of the crafts. Hopefully I'll finish something this week, but you never know. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe. Bye!